What is up, guys? Welcome back to Get Wrecked second channel. We got for you third place game in the Gold Cap League of Lean Smokers versus Spawn Point right now. They did not put the names down on the link it is, but Lean Smokers is on the red side and Spawn Point is on the blue side for this right now. And I am also casting alongside my boy Asami right here.
What is going on, everyone?
So, I mean, we're just going to get straight into the draft then now that we're all here. But, if I didn't say it, you guys have known me on this for a while. It's that Woo Brandon. I've been out here. You can't get rid of me. You know, as much as you guys have sent in complaints and tries to try to get rid of me, I'm still here. And now we're just going to get into this. But both the bands that, or all the bands that came out, a lot of AP bands out here, huh? Going straight up. Another AP band off of there.
Yeah, these are pretty interesting bands to say the least. I understand the Lulu Morgana band along with the Silas and Victor band. Ari Malzahar does catch me a little bit off guard. However, I won't say that uh, it's the weirdest thing we've seen, at least.
Well, I mean, you could definitely. I mean, these guys have been playing in the GRLCS all season, so with that kind of going into account, they probably know what kind of champs each side plays, or at least they know what they've recently kind of been playing by looking them up right now. So they're probably trying to target some of these bands that have been either very lucrative for the team or just things that would hurt their team more. But I mean, the Seraphine pick and the Morgana ban, and as I was saying, it's usually Seraphine more Viego and Morgana either the pick and bans instantly. So with the Seraphine to go through because there's no bans on it that went well, it's going to be a very solid pick for the side of Lean Smokers.
You are right, and you can see they already pick out the mid laner and the support in Seraphine Nautilus. Obviously, two annoying champions to deal with. Nautilus just being a great tank support who can really do anything in that bot lane, while Seraphine in the mid lane. I mean, it's been a thing that everyone's complained about. Everyone has seen just how annoying it can be. But she's definitely going to be getting annoyed in the later stages if there is a Fizz just moving around and swimming all over her abilities.
Yeah, I mean, but we also could see it since technically it's kind of more of like a flex pick if you think about it. Seraphine could also still go to the bot lane, but they could be showing their hand right here with the Seraphine to bait out that Fizz and then play a different champ that would easily just counter Fizz right there, as you said, Galio.
Oh,
But actually, Galio can be support too. So again, this draft, just like the last game or the last series, they're trolling me because I do not know which lane that they could possibly take it. Oh wait, no, I'm tripping. Nautilus is there. Actually, you know what? That is going to.
uh,
I'm confused now. Actually, so I'm gonna be real with you. I'm shot.
yes. Galio, the Galio Nautilus Seraphine is the weirdest thing I've seen in all of the drafts from today and yesterday's games. So I guess really Galio, Nautilus, Seraphine, as you said, they can go into the mid lane or they can be support. I don't exactly know what the game plan is quite yet, but if it is a Seraphine mid and the Nautilus support, then I imagine Galio is going to be top lane, which would be fine. And I mean,
Oh, and the
now they also have a
Viergo.
Viego, so they have a lot of CC. If any of them connect, it's possibly gonna be disaster, and they will have to keep Jinx protected. Luckily, they do have a Braum there to stop any kind of moving projectile. But
I don't.
Viego, Seraphine, Nautilus, Galio,
I,
what in the world?
I mean, it's a solid thing. The thing is, there's just so much flexes that can go on there. So as you're watching this on the other side, if you don't know what kind of champs that each of the teams play, it's going to be very difficult to assess on who you want to take where because now that they're grabbing these champs, they could go anywhere. But I mean, the Virgo in there as well. Like since the bans didn't go through for him either, they picked him up. And then again, Virgo Seraphine in the same game on the same team right now. But That's not the weirdest thing I've seen, as you said, with the three Seraphine, not Galio, because technically they all have potential to go mid. I've seen some pretty solid Nautilus mids, not very used to the normal stuff, but it is possible because last series I saw a Ornn mid. So honestly, anything's possible at this point in my head for this tournament because they've just blown all my expectations out of the water of what possibly could we would see. But I'm glad that it's this way because it's a little bit different comps that you don't see every day. So you get to get a nice little thing. You see, like a singed, like,
Whoa!
oh my gosh, like
Oh,
we're gonna transfer over to the game when they get that started and everything. But for us right now, that Singe pick, so the Singe will probably be going to the top lane. We're gonna have to wait on the rest. Diego's most likely gonna go in the jungle, but we'll see. I'm just so confused now on this side. I just need to get into this next stage so that we can see exactly where they're taking it. But if we look on the side of spawn point, this Olaf is a very good jungle early. So I mean, you got to watch out for the aggressiveness of him coming to these early ganks. So playing off early, if you think that you have the advantage in lane, you got to be careful, but to always have your vision up so you see who's coming for you because Olaf just goes where Olaf goes. And with Shen having the global ult right now, it's going to be a very strong point for them to just support literally anyone on their team once he hits 6. And let me get this on over for you guys.
yeah. As you said, it is like if you're looking at the two teams, you have one team that is very standard draft. I mean, you can see they went straight with everything that they're gonna go with that you'd see in a normal kind of scenario. Well, on the other side, it's like the G2 special. You never know what you're gonna get from G2. They're gonna pull out something weird, and it just happens to be the one thing that's the weirdest we could have seen. I mean, it kind of makes me think that it's gonna be like the Galio mid with Seraphine Nautilus bot lane. Like that's what I'm thinking will happen now. And as you said earlier, uh, Nautilus mid is something that we do see. Obviously, most commonly known from being used by the man who I think a lot of people started to acknowledge after FunPlus Phoenix won the World Series. He became like the best Nautilus player in the mid lane. So for obvious reasons, Nautilus mid.
Yeah, and right now, actually, so we see the Shen going to the top lane right now. And with that pick, yep, Singe is also going to the top lane, and Viego jungle right now for us, coming in. Pretty spicy picks and placements.
Hope they're not like pulling a fast one on us and like putting Viego and Singe bot lane. That would be the weirdest but funniest thing to see.
Yeah, I mean, they could really go any way from here. I mean, they have it locked in this way where it goes top, jungle, mid, and how it's going around here is that the Singe is pretty much going to be staying up top the whole time, I believe. Or if he goes if he goes super fast, he can maybe make his way mid for some other things going on there. But Singe is pretty much going to just stay chilling against the Shen, and the Shen actually might be in a little bit of trouble, but can counter Singe's auto attacks. But just got to be careful about that AP damage that sneaks up on you.
Yeah, Singe is not very seen come into tournament plays, but that's just because of how he is in general. But he is very good. He is pretty decent, and honestly, I love to play him. It's a fun experience being able to run around and just CS with poison. But at the same time, you have to have good management of your mana because the longer that's out, the faster you're going to be drained of it come the early stages. Later
Oh,
on, not so much of an issue.
and we got it locked in now. So it's most likely going to be Seraphine Nautilus bot with them trying to just make Seraphine this AP carry for them right now. So he's going to have an AP carry on the side of Lean Smokers. And with Galio, he also has pretty much almost a global ult, can kind of reach everywhere to where if he just rotates on the map, he's able to engage or save anybody else that's kind of in the rivers next to him. Or if he moves around the map, he's able to just definitely dive under tower if he has his teammate there, or just save anybody by having his slam that comes and save the world. So with Rosebud's also going Shen, they're going to be playing off of each other, I believe, by using their ults and watching their timers.
Yep, and we will have to wait the 3-minute delay, sadly, before we see any kind of gameplay. So we
But if
have a little bit more to talk about what exactly Lean Smokers can do to show up and show out with this interesting comp, to say the least. I mean, they have the power. They have a lot of firepower to really win fights, and you could tell like it seems like the main power points are going to be Viego and Seraphine, but I've never seen a team where they're going to be hard focusing on keeping Seraphine alive with her going straight AP in a bot lane.
Well, they definitely just have to make sure that Galio and Nautilus kind of get off to a nice start, even Singed as well, to have this front line in front of Seraphine. Because if they have to play front to back and they can't get on there, the only one that it's going to be careful is the Fizz. But the Fizz is going to be waiting to engage on the whole entire team or it's waiting to engage in the back line as the assassin. Because once he kind of goes in there, he can't get out much because Galio has the taunt. Nautilus has his ultimate CC where it's just his basic attack from his passive and then his Q. Again, you get flipped over with Singe, so if he thinks he's going to make his way out, he can just yeet him back that way. And then Viego also has a stun. So they just have to be careful, Abelgor has to be careful diving in to this team. And if we switch it over to the side of Spawn Point, back to the Lean Smokers, like they just have to make sure they have the nice front line for the Seraphine to survive throughout it. And if that works out, then they can easily play these team fights very well. They just can't get in any choke points. But on the side of Spawn Point, I would say that Braum pickup from Fearsing is actually very great into this bot lane because Seraphine's going to be throwing his abilities out. Even though it's not just basic attacks that's going to be blocked, he throws up his giant wall and can protect Jinx and his whole other team from a lot of things. So yeah, I think SP Pillars and Abigor might have the biggest impact though if they're able to get off the ground.
Yeah, we noticed in the last game that Spawn Point made sure to to pay attention very closely to their ADC, to their main points of damage, and we were able to see what Ziv could do, what Abelor could do, and they really were off to a fantastic start. So if they're able to do what they did last time, where they keep their power points safe and sound, they'll be fine. Olaf is going to be a monster in the mid stages of the game, but after mid stage, he kind of falls off, so they have to make sure that Fizz and Jinx are ready to take over by the time Olaf starts to fall off, or else they're going to be in some struggle here since Viego's going to be doing massive amounts of damage against these tanks, and obviously Seraphine with her ulti. If if Braum doesn't have his shield, the encore from Seraphine will connect, and that could be damaging to the team.
Yeah, it's just gonna be how they play it out and execute as a team because I mean, as we've seen, anything can happen in this tournament. It's as I said yesterday with you, Asami. It's May Madness. We got this thing going on. Like there's been a solid 2-0 from the last series, but in this one it can be anyone's game, especially with the normal fiesta that we got going down here in the Gold Cap division. So I'm excited to see how these things plan out because it could be a very, very exciting game, or it could just be a very, very slow game, I believe, with everyone kind of being very careful and cautious on what they use. And my
Yeah,
favorite part,
and
though, the skins. The skins. Skins win games. Plain simple.
that Cinch skin, dear lord, that's enough to give you nightmares.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some. I'm gonna need them to change that up. I think that might be like a -5 to coolness for them, so they might want to watch out from this slow start from the Singe right here for Kuriko, but Rosebud's rocking the TPA, so he's already wearing a championship skin as last time we had the Damwon skin, and they actually won the game, I believe, right? The one who had the Damwon skin last time, the Nidalee.
Yes, Nidalee was wearing the Don Gaming skins in honor of Canyon, the current champions, and as you said, Shen is wearing, I believe, the 2015 champions, or no, not 2015. That was SV
No, like
Telecom.
that's like
2014
yeah, I think
or
they're
2013.
I think it's like
'Cause I
2012
know
or 2013.
it might be 2012. I can't remember entirely. I know Fnatic won the first one, and then Taipei won the following one, and then obviously it was the reign of the SK Telecom
Hmm.
after that.
Well, no, that's them. That's
But
Taipei. That's Taipei the Assassins, the TPA.
yep, the Taipei
So that's it.
Assassins.
So yeah, they won second. That's what it was. It was
Not retired,
Fnatic, then
sadly, and
them. Oh, look at
well,
this
they're
little
both
sneaky
going
engages
for
from both sides.
they're both going for the invades here, but what they don't know is that both sides are currently doing the same thing.
Literally, like they're both just going. They're like, oh well, they're not here, and then both sides are literally just backing. But I guess they're gonna each be taking each other's buffs. They're just gonna be trading it out.
Oh,
But we actually had they had two people back. Oh, they're not even gonna go for it. So actually, Viego from Smokeling might be able to get a nice little start. But if you could actually introduce the side of lane smokers to us on the blue side.
is there on the actually Lean Smoker is on the red side here. Uh,
Oh yes.
Lean Smokers having Kuriko as Singed in the top lanes. Obviously, Smokeling is the Viego in the jungle. DSL as the Galio in the mid lane, and AD Carry and Timbits as the Seraphine, Nautilus, bot. And Smokeling already forced a flash, almost dying to Rosebuds, who stops the invade. So there will be no smite, no flash, and Viego is forced to retreat in fear.
Right now, it's going to be just everyone just kind of chilling and going about. We already had that little spice up at the beginning, so maybe there's going to be a little bit following, but there's definitely... Oh, and here it comes already. They're just going to be punching each other, literally punching each other, just because he only has one hand, and then the other one has a baton.
Yeah, just cheering on his team from the top side. Top side gets no love whatsoever for no apparent reason. So just has to endure the poison, endure the fighting from Sin, who has the corrupting potions.
And right now, oh yeah, I mean, the corrupting potion is the way to go, especially against this Shen or really anybody, because you can put your Dorian shield up as much as you want, but for Sin, she knows he's gonna get hit a bunch, and he wants that mana regen, so he's gonna be running corrupting potions so that he can get the health and the mana.
That is true, and as you see, the shield coming up from Fiercing, making sure that he does not take a whole lot of damage with his ADC. And I mean, you can see it's not the Seraphine build that I think a lot of people would have liked, or maybe the Seraphine build will not be the build that everyone wants to see. I am wondering why she decided to bring Summoner Airy. Kind of makes me think that she's just gonna go with a kind of support build. Kurigo has to be careful. He's actually taking a lot of damage here. Trying to poison it, even fight Rosebuds currently. There's the level up, so he is feeling pretty nice, but he has to be careful. Barely gets away. Seems like the E was not up, and with Rosebuds having no flash whatsoever, he'll be just fine and will be able to battle.
Yeah, I mean, with the Airy, he might just be wanting to kind of get a little bit more damage or a little bit more shielding and damage to his team during it. He still could be going this route. Either way, AD Carry is going to be getting this CS from the bot lane, like, straight up the whole time because... I mean, he's down there picking it up, and he's the AP carry. So even if he does go the support route, he still have a constant influx of minions that he can keep going. Unlike if you were going like support Seraphine, to where you have to play off of your ADC.
Yep, and it seems like a fight maybe starting to break out in this mid lane. We do see the route does go just a little wide, thanks to a nice side step from SP Pillars. Now Ziv and Fierce Zing are getting into fight. AD Carry has to be very careful. He is low, but the Ignite does come out. Ooh. First blood going onto the side of Lean Smokers. AD Carry will be able to secure one kill. There's the flash coming out to save Ziv just barely in time, and he will be just fine. Now Kuriko is going to be the target of a gank now. He still has his flash. He's going to fling SP Pillars and will be able to just run off just like that. And he's even questioning why ganked his lane.
Yeah, I mean, with the Singe, if you're running at with the Olaf, if you don't have CC on the Singe, he's just gonna keep running. He's gonna be like, "Oh, you're in my way? Nah, now you're not," and then throws him back. But I mean, Kirk has been playing it very, very well up here in the top lane, getting his CS isn't down much. He's about to catch up to it on this wave right here. But Abacor and DSL are just going at it in this mid lane. With Galio, you're going to be a little bit more tanked up on the MR side against this Fizz. And the corrupting pot start is for his sustain, so he can stay there longer than Fizz, so he can push this out to his tower. But the TP is coming in. Oh, and that's a level 6 actually for DSL.
Yeah, DSL with the level 6, he has no mana. However, but you do see the Nautilus is coming up on the roam. He spotted out though, thanks to that nice old ward and the brush, so they do know exactly where they are. But the Viego, being in the spot side jungle, heading towards top, potentially could lead to a gank in the top lane.
Yeah, I want to look at right now is actually the CS difference in the mid lane. I didn't see that. I thought actually DSL was going to be in the lead from that, but now Abcor's actually taking the lead with the CS. Abcor's also hit 6. Rosebuds is still level 5 right now. Can't take his global ult anywhere, but once that kind of pops, I think I would like to see DSL try and make a play right now with his 6 before anything else.
Yeah, DSL, thanks to the back, he does end up losing a little bit of CS, has no teleport as well, and you can see Kuriko being poked down, just getting smacked up, and it's even going to be ignited. That is going to be his death here. Viego not even coming over to try and help out, and even with the fling ignite, just enough to take out the Singed.
Yes, and Dragon does go to the side of Spawn Point right now. So Spawn Point was able to sneak it in. They went in. Well, they didn't really sneak it. Oh, yeah, they snuck it in. But they burned it down so quick that there wasn't much. And Abacor throws the ult.
Yeah, Abacor throwing out the ulti to make sure that he could actually end up helping out. There's a taunt. DSL doing his best to try and escape, but he's just being smacked up. Abacor will pick up the kill and will be just fine thanks to the jungler's assistance. But now we have more fighting. The root does come out. Shen ulti also coming out, and the fight will continue. They get the taunt onto Timbits. Timbits forced to try and retreat. He has no flash, however, so he is going to drop Ziv's rocket. Travels a long distance to make sure it gets the turret kill. Here to Viego, gets the flash, gets the stun, looking to pick up the kill onto Fear Zing, and still chasing, but he does have to be careful because of Rosebud, who is here, but he has no fear. The taunt goes a little wide from Rosebud, so that will be one kill picked up for both sides in this bot lane. But there is an Olaf now who is here, wants to continue the fight. Encore misses, but Cleanse still connects. They're looking for AD carry who has no flash, which means easy kill for SP Pillars, and Viego is able to escape. That will be ultimately the 3-for-1 overall with the mid and bot lane fight.
Yes, and with DSL actually going down there, Rosebuds is able to freely go and save the bot lane, or to jump in there and change it up to lead in their favor as it came through, because he has no global ult to follow up. And with even Smoke Lean coming in to help, they were able to pick up a kill. So it could have been totally, completely lost, but they have a kill from it. So it is 4-2 drag to the side of Spawn Point, and Lean Smokers is down about... Oh, I can't do math right now. It's only a couple hundred. Let's just say that. It's a couple hundred down, and the CS game has not ran away from anybody yet. A little bit tougher in the mid lane, especially with DSL going down.
Yep, and DSL once again the target here. There's the taunt. They have everyone here to bring him down. DSL tries to pick himself back up and falls once more. Abacor is relentless with making sure this Galio is cooked today.
Yeah, that's the thing. I told you, Olaf, you gotta watch that at the beginning. Like, this is literally like you're gonna see him every time. And with the wave kind of pushing out there, he had to kind of play up more, but he needs to be careful because I mean he's been picked on this whole time. He got 2 kills to the side of Abacor.
Yeah, and Kuriko is just keeps getting bullied by Rosebuds, but Viego is in the area. They're going to go ahead, get the stun off, but Rosebud still picks up a kill. And there is no fear by Rosebuds. He continues to fight, will flash away. Smokeling will be able to miss with the ulti. There's the taunt. They're going to pick up another.
Oh, no.
This is a perfect bait by Rosebud. They pick up 2 more kills in the top lane.
Oh my gosh, an 80 carry might be next. Nope, and the passive.
Does have some safety.
Yeah, and then also right there, I mean, Timbits was trying to make his way back, gonna kill the ward and probably go through river. Oh, here comes
Yeah,
his.
he's being targeted now. Here comes the Galio though. Immediately pings, just saying, hey, back away. Galio is making his way over. So they do not want any part of that. That is 3 ultis that could be just devastating for this bot lane.
Yeah, but it's still, they were sitting on the sides of 2s for spawn point. 2-0 top, 2-0 jungle, and 2-0 mid. But mid's got a little bit more gold on him. He's worth a little bit more, even though the other ones have 2 assists, which I'm actually kind of confused about that. But here comes Fearzing being caught out.
Yeah, Fearzing caught out a little bit, but will use the Glacial Fissure as a way to disrupt the fight. Encore does end up charming everyone. Ziv will be just fine though. There goes the Super Mega Death Rocket. It connects. Abelgor coming in as well to make sure that he picks up a kill onto the AP carry, and they will pick up 3 kills to none. And now this is a beautiful start for Spawn Point.
Yeah, 11 minutes in, we got 12 kills right now. A kill a minute if you average it all out, and the plates are still up. The plates are still up, and with that kind of coming down right here, it's a very steep mountain, as I like to say, that they have to climb back from. Smokeling trying to ward them off to not get enough, but knows he has to be careful. And actually, the Herald is dropping right now.
Yeah, with Herald drop, that will be that mid lane turret being taken out. The gold will go into the pocket of SP Pillars and of Abelgor, while we see Singe. He can't really do a whole bunch come to early stages, so he's just forced to farming up there in the top lane. So even with Rosebud, who can just use his ultimate and come back to lane perfectly fine, his teleport wouldn't do a whole lot, and because of that, he's just stuck in that top lane, while the rest of his team is just like, man, this is a tough fight. And well, Moonstone Renewer finally built on Seraphine, but I don't know if that's a main core item that I would build currently on her with the look of the team.
Well, I think they're going to try and play through Smoke lean right now. I think that's the whole goal, to give how the game's going right now. The whole goal would be to give Smoke lean all the support and beefy line that he can, so that he can keep jumping and jumping and jumping onto these ults and keep letting them happen. So I think that's the route that they're going to have to go with, because they're just behind right now and have to be a little bit more careful. But Kuriko,
well, the cleanse comes out, but there's so much stun, so much CC. That is the shutdown gold going into the pockets of Viego. There goes the Glacial Fissure, making sure to stop the push, but here comes the Olaf now, finally trying to come and help out his teammates after a beautiful pull by Timbits to make sure they can pick up the kills onto the Jinx.
Yeah, I mean, Smokeling also came in through the ult. Here comes the TP, though.
Yeah, the fight continues, and the ulti is going to hit the Viego just perfectly fine. That is a lot of damage going onto the AP carry. They will bring down 2. The Fizz is unstoppable. They take out another double kill into the pocket. Super Mega Death Rocket to try and steal kill there, but it's going to be for naught, but they will happily take up the kills.
Yeah, I mean, that was just great coordination from the side of Spawn Point to play off of it, because they had the ward there. So the TP just came flying in, and they were kind of in a cage at that point, to where even when he popped the ult onto the Braum to trying to pick up the kill before they can get out with the Encore, he put up his shield. As soon as he put it, or his wall, as soon as he put up his wall, like, all the damage is gone. And
yeah, now Kuriko's the target here. Kuriko's in a bad spot. He's going to be ignited. One more auto will do it, and Rosebuds will pick up the kill. He's on a killing spree. And now you have a 307, 303, 601 top, jungle, and mid lane.
That is just scary. That's what wakes me up at night right there. Seeing that on the other team.
He's going to be the target here. Abelgor wants to pick up this kill. Is going to force a flash out from DSL, but here comes Fearzing. He wants to help out with securing this kill. There's the slow. They're going to pick up the stun. He's going to be interrupted during the ultimate, so he will be taken out. And Abagor is a monster on this Fizz. With ulti or not, fear the fish.
Oh my gosh. I mean, there's not much I can say about that. We all just saw it. But here comes Smokeling and Kirko.
Rosebud. Yeah, Rosebud's in some danger here. He's going to be taken out, and he knows it too. So he's... Oh, well, actually, he might be able to escape. He does help out. The shutdown is going to be picked up by Viego, so Abagor does have to be very careful. He's going to be taken out. The Olaf, though, is terrifying, so he's going to be able to pick up a kill, and he's looking for a treaty target to Smokeling, who's running him down. And now SP Pillar's going to have to do his best to try and take out Smokeling, but that will be for nothing. He picked up 3 wrecked meaty bounties, and this Viego now is going to be a terrifying beast.
And that, look, they're playing through him now. Now that's the only way. Like, in the side of spawn point, they're like, okay, all we have to do is jump on Viego and we'll be okay right now. Like, that's what they're thinking in their head because they're up 16-6. But with that shifting that way and the gold's coming in, it's actually only a 4K gold lead right now. So, I mean, that's what they needed for the side of Lean Smokers to do that. I mean, Smoke Lean has been a very impactful jungler this whole entire split. Like, the whole entire time, he's been moving around throughout the year and making some great engages. Sadly, I wanted to see some more Hecarim in this tournament, but the game decided that they wanna cut off one of Hecarim's legs. So I was like, okay, well, we're not gonna see him anymore. So that's unfortunate, but that was also a very strong jungler that Smoke Lean did play during the split. So with the bounties, no more bounties there. No one has died yet. And now it's time to see if Lean Smokers can kind of come together and play it careful to where they can then kind of start cutting this lead down a little bit more.
Yeah, the Viego, when he backed, he had 2,700 gold in his pocket. And now they're looking for a target. The flash coming out, Chum the Waters will not connect thanks to the flash coming out. But they do have to play careful here as Kuriko looking for a target. Encore does connect on the 2. The cleanse comes out immediately. Fiercing is going to be the target here. He's going to go down. Abagor knocked up from the ulti. 80 carry is the target. He's going to go down now. The Viego is focusing on the SP Pillars. He takes out 2. But there are now 2 members down, or 2 members down for the side of Spawn Point. 1 member for the other side. Wow. It's going to be Ziv next who goes down. Triple kill for the Viego. And the 2 remaining members are left to try and clean it up here. Smoke Lean does have to try and help out with a kill, and he will be able to. He's dominating. It's the unofficial quadra kill going into the pocket of the Viego, and now he has a 350 gold bounty.
And this is getting to be an exciting game. That's what I like to see. They're playing through the Viego. Viego's broken. He's freaking got Kraken Slayer and Zerks right now, and homie's just running around like nothing. Like it's fine. But at the beginning of that fight, he had to be very careful. If they weren't able to burst down the Braum a little bit more, he would have not been able to get out of the center of that fight because he was sitting in the Braum wall with everybody else from the side of Spawn Point shooting in. So, I mean, that looked pretty bad for the side of Lean Smokers, but they literally, like, pulled it out of thin air to just turn it around, and now Smoke Lean's sitting at 8-0.
Yep, and Chum the Waters does connect, so now Singe is the member that's gonna go down. Abagor will pick up that kill with no assistance actually coming out from Ziv.
Hey, vision wins games. If you know where everybody's at, you can coordinate better, you can communicate as a team, and in these tournaments, these guys have been playing at least for a whole entire season, so they know a little bit more on top of each other, know a little bit more of this chemistry. So that's why it all comes down to execution in tournaments, I believe, or just even at the end of splits on like best of threes. Like, it's whoever can take the hit, like I said yesterday, and get back up. So that's what they did. Lean Smokers took a straight gut shot or an uppercut, and they were like, I'm gonna throw out a little jab here too.
Yeah, and something I just noticed, the Shen has built a
he's going damage.
Divine Sunderer, so he's going the damage Shen here instead of the
normal just big tank
normal Shen build. So it is interesting to see. I'm not one
even
against
Kirko's
it,
going AP,
but
if you see that.
Yeah, Kuriko going the straight up damage build. He has the Giant's Belt and the Blasting Wand in his pockets along with the Riftmaker, so
he'll probably go into Rallies for that.
Yeah, looks like it could be their allies build. Jinx does have to be a little careful. There are 5 members going straight up this mid lane. They have no fear whatsoever, while 2 members are in the top and bot lane.
And they're just shoving it down. They said, okay, if you're going to go top, you're going to go bot. Like, we're going to definitely get this tier 2 tower right here. But they don't have a lot of minions, but they're just chunking this tower down.
Yeah, Kraken Slayer with that orc is just so big for this Viego. So I mean, there's nothing to be afraid of. And Piercing is the target here, and he is going to be getting melted down. All the CC in the world, and he is still alive somehow. The target is now Ziv. Unstoppable comes out along with a flash. So that will be a lot of ultis being used, and immediately they say, all right, we could hit the engage to go towards the Baron.
Yeah, but while this is going on, Rosebuds is pushing bot. I don't know if they know that Rosebuds does some damage because they're about to break this tier 2 tower, I believe, with his minions that are coming. But if he doesn't get it on this one, then he's not going to be able to get it. But they're just attacking this Baron right now. Yeah,
they're shredding this Baron down, but if you look in the mid lane, they're also going to go ahead and take down as much as they want. The Rift Herald still being there for them, so they get the Baron, they're able to take it out, but there's going to be a lot of towers lost as a response from spawn point. So that is a good respawn there to make sure that they punish them for going for a early Baron.
Yeah, that's 3 towers to 2 on that play though. So, but it was 2 down the mid. So if they're planning on just shoving it down mid as a team for lean smokers, then that's their way that they win. But Spawn Point did react very well by taking those other ones. Well, actually, first it was lean smokes reacting to Spawn Point, and then Spawn Point react. It's just everyone doing their thing, league going around. Everyone, it's a big game. There's so many things.
Good response from both teams, really.
Yes, and Timbits actually finishes his support item right there, or his next level up for him. So there's gonna be a little bit nice rewards, and he has a little bit more tank on him. So Timbits is actually starting to get a little bit bigger as not, because he is one of the less tankier people right now due to levels.
And once again, you can see they're just forcing members down this mid lane. They just say, you guys cannot fight us in a normal 5v5 anyway, so we can just do this and be perfectly fine. Here comes Rosebuzz. The teleport does come in from the Center 2s. Running down the side, is going to get the ground. There's the root. There's the engage for the fight. The Encore is still able to be used if they need it, but they're just destroying them. There's the ulti. It connects. 2 down. Make that 3 now. Ziv is going to be the next one. Make that 4 members down. Make it the Quadra.
Oh my.
Almost the Penta, but that is the 8th. And that could be the game, as lean smokers with a beautiful way to pick up the kills that say we only need 1 main carry.
Oh, and with the timers down, I mean, Olaf's up at 9. He could definitely kill Timbits.
Oh, Viego died.
Yeah, he just after the Quadra has to die and they have to back up. If Viego didn't go down, I think they would have stayed maybe a little bit longer to be greedy, but they're like, hey, Drag's up, let's pull off. We already broke their base pretty much. And they've broken the door. Now they're just knocking on it the whole time. Now the gold though is literally only 100 gold to the side of Spawn Point now. So I mean, they cut the gap down. They coordinated it very well. But yeah, they're gonna have to back on this one.
Yeah, if Viego stays alive, they potentially could just straight up end it, because that is so much damage, so much attack speed.
12 and 3.
Viego, so he's just able to just take these towers easily. But I guess the last tower shot came out and killed him, and that kind of forced him to back away. That could have also been a dragon if they didn't end it. So now it's Soul Point, and Infernal Dragon would be very nice to have if you're Spawn Point.
Yeah, I mean, Spawn Point just came in there, was like, all right, if you guys can't stay here, because you guys know if you stay, you're gonna die, they're like, we're gonna take this drag real quick, and now it is Soul Point. So in 5 minutes, about 4:37, it will be the next big fight if the game has not been ended by then, or if it's going around that way, because that is Soul Point for them, and they're gonna probably try and get that to seal the game later on. But they're just trying to push things out right now from the side of Spawn Point. No, I didn't even see that Abagor was 10 and 2 though. So Abagor's 10 and 2. Smoke Lean's 12 and 3.
Yeah, the Fizz being 10 and 2, but as you said, when he goes in, he has no real way to escape. So if he goes in, he's basically guaranteed a death sentence if he can't pick up a kill. And now if they want to get Smokeling, not only do they have to try and kill him through a stairs gauge, he has a stopwatch as well, so he's even much more difficult to kill, along with more annoying if he stays alive.
Oh, and the Sterix is great because he's gonna get low a lot when he's doing these fights. That's how he is. So once he gets low, he pops the Sterix, gets super big again, and then instantly just continues the fight by rocking the shield off of it. So, but they're just clearing waves right now. And actually, Kuriko's in the base, just at mid, just taking down minions right now.
Yeah, Kuriko just is showing like, hey, I'm doing my job at the Singe. I can do all this while in the top lane. You can see Rosebuds is trying his best to push out these turrets. And I mean, you see, they've taken all these turrets and they're even forced to respond to Kuriko, or not Kuriko, to Rosebuds, who is just forcing these waves in. I mean, he's just basically telling them like, hey, if you guys want to do these worthless things, you guys can go ahead and do it, but I'll go ahead and take some towers while everyone's in like this mid bot lane.
And right now, he's either building towards a Ravenous Hydra or a Titanic.
There's a Titanic.
Yeah. Oh, he just got it. Yeah, he just finished it right there. I thought maybe he's going to go a little bit crazier and go more damage, but the Titanic is a solid pick for a more tankier champion such as Shen due to the added ability off his basic attacks. Just like that, as you see, it has a little bit of an AoE type to push through actually everyone then, because then it could, as he's attacking the front line, because he'll be there, he'll also be hitting a bunch of other people at the same time. Not as much crazy damage, but it's still there.
And you can see Viego is sitting at that Baron. They're waiting for it. Only 25 seconds left until it comes up, and they are 100% prepared. This is going to more than likely determine the outcome of this game. Whoever wins this Baron, which means you either take out the Viego and win, or you leave the Viego alive and you guarantee yourself a loss.
Well, right now, the Ardent actually was built onto 80 carry, and that's going to help Viego out very much right now. Look at how fast that man's going. And they're just going for Baron right now.
Death Rocket, and Smokeling just hit up completely. The two tanks are there to be annoying, and the Baron still has quite a bit of health. Viego finally has to come out, and they're trying to get onto Smokeling as fast as possible, but he stays alive. He takes out one. There's going to be the unstoppable, and he's going to try to take out another. Smokeling stays alive. They're wiping out everyone. Ziv is the only member left standing, and he is forced to retreat. And actually, Avagor didn't even realize he stays alive too, so Avagor is able to get out, and those two members have to try and stop the push from this monster named Viego.
Yeah, 13-3. I mean, he literally got jumped on and just was going at the tank and was just tearing him to shreds. And I mean, that's what Kraken Slayer does. Literally killing the Leviathans in the ocean, you know, being the Kraken it is. But, yeah, they're just going for it.
Yeah, and they're going to take him down. Smokeling is down. This is the retreat now. Immediately, they back away. They know they cannot take a fight anymore. SP Pillar's looking to pick up another kill, but instead, they will not be able to. He's going to get rooted. Super Mega Death Rocket does connect, however, so they are very low. With the Infernal Dragon coming up in 15 seconds, they will pick up the Infernal Soul without any kind of fight back. That is what you need if you're spawn points.
Yes, I mean, spawn point's going to pick up the soul. There's no way to really contest here unless they try. Oh, are they just trying to sneaky and go into their base? But they really want these kills. I mean, they're starting off drag. They're going to burn it down. It's going to be point. And then DSL and Kirk are just going for it against Rosebuds right now. But I don't think it's possible to get through. But prove me wrong.
Yeah, Rosebuds is very strong. If they wanted to fight him, they could. But I don't think it would have been much. Not only that, but they didn't even take the Baron after being able to kill them all. So they weren't able to take any of the outer turrets. They didn't take the Baron. Inferno's still given up. So now this Biz, who is 12-2-1, has 4 items built on him, and he's ready to continue a fight while Viego finally has his Guardian Angel up and ready.
Yeah, if he finds 80 carry just walking around and I don't even think even smoking, but if he finds 80 carry just lying around, I mean, I think one combo from Abagor might do it.
Yeah, and immediately they go straight onto him, and he's just eliminated from the rift. And now they're going to go ahead and take the Baron. They just say, well, we know you guys can't fight us now.
It's
You
a
guys
curse.
don't really have anyone that can match us, but you can see Smokeling is actually pushing in this mid lane while their Vrest is just trying to at least stop a Timbit, trying to escape, but he's going to go down. DSL is stopping him as well. Here comes the teleport from the Fizz to help stop Smokeling, and Smokeling doing so much damage. He's going to be forced to use his GA. There's Chum the Waters. It's going to connect, but Shen will be up, and now it's going to be 1v1. The shutdown goes onto the Braum, and the Fizz will pick up the ace, and they can now force down this mid lane. And that was just a disconnect between both sides, and that is something that I honestly think Viego should not have even tried to push in that mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, he kept going. He didn't know that Abagor still had his TP, so he came flying in there. And Abagor is just huge right now, being this AP presence. Yeah, they built against like a little bit more of MR, but there's really not much tankiness going on from any of the people on the side of lean smokers. So they're gonna be sitting here trying to push this in, but they have to kill Abagor. Abagor is just disgusting right now.
Yeah, Abagor is an absolute beast, and Smokeling will be up in 5 seconds, so that will probably dissuade them from pushing anymore. They'll pick up the inhibitor, and now we can see that this is a game and a series that is going to be filled with everything that will blow your expectations out of the water. GA is not up for Viego for a while, so he's going to have to be very careful until it's back up.
Yeah, and I'm with the base kind of open like this. I kind of was expecting maybe like some ward placement. There's like 2 TPs for the side of lean smokers. I mean, Kuriko and DSL go. They're not the fastest people, but I'm pretty sure they can take down a tower. But they're coordinating as a team right now, so they're just moving around and making their ward placement and maybe trying to set up for Elder, but Elder's not for another 3 minutes. Not really any OBJs on the board.
3 minutes, and they've actually set up a death push here. If anyone even thinks about approaching, they can get him. Galio over here just jamming out.
My man's zooming, dude. He's like running, man. What?
Yeah, he was zooming, but what they don't realize is that they're not. The spawn point is not clumsy enough to actually do this. It's something that we saw back in may have been the 2015 or no 2016 series between SK Telecom T1 and Edward Gaming, where SKT was down such a big gold deficit and immediately come back and win the series against EDG off of a play just like this, and this could potentially be that.
Yeah, no way the side of spawn point might fall for this. Like, I just don't see it. Especially look at how big they are. I mean, that's the best opportunity to jump on them like that. But they're also being very careful because they know they don't see anyone else on the map.
Yeah, and you can tell they're playing super careful, and the Jinx even has her IE up and ready. With that 60% means that she will have extra crit chance as well, thanks to the ability of IE. So they have to be very careful. You can see 4 members are waiting in the side while they push down this mid lane. So they have to be very careful, but here it goes. Here comes the fight. And we will see Timbit actually going straight in, and immediately only Galio will pick up 1. Viego is in the middle of the fight. He's being targeted. He's almost down. He's not even able to get anyone. He's gonna die. That is 4 members gonna be almost down now. Super Mega Dutch Rocket does not connect, but the 3 core members are still alive. Ziv will be just fine. Abagor is pushing in this mid lane, and that could have been the game here.
Yeah, I mean, DSL jumped in there and tried getting Abagor off for as long as they could, but I think Smoke Lean just got CC'd too much from the side of Braum's passive, and everything else that was jumping onto him to where he couldn't break through.
Yeah, I mean, Kurigo is just being shredded down almost immediately, and AD Carry just has no hope of living whatsoever. She will go down to Fear Zing. Abagor almost ends up losing his life. Smoke Lean actually going to be just fine. So Abagor will be going home as well with the rest of the team. They're going to be getting ready for this Elder Dragon. And as someone said, the Shen ult was massive as well. So we're going to have to see what exactly turns out in this next fight. And it's going to be over this Elder. And this is going to be the one that decides the game.
Yeah, I mean, right now everyone's charging over there to try it. I don't even know if Lean Smoker starts it. I think Lean Smoker just pushes out, lets Spawn Point go at it, and then has to jump in on it because, like, you saw right there in the fight that they couldn't get through it. I mean, when you don't have like an ADC other than the machine gun smoke lean right now, like it's really hard to get through these lines, such as the Shen ult comes in, the Fearzing just being the tanky ball that he goes around. So it's just really going to be on coordination on this fight.
But they're actually straight up going for it. And you can see Avogor's just sitting at the side. He's waiting. He gets immediately on the smoke lean. Smoke lean is forced to try and back away. His GA is up and ready, however. So now we see the rest of the team is in there, but Avogor will take him out. No GA will be able to save him. Avogor takes out 2. That's the double kill. The only one left is Kuriko. They'll take out this Elder Dragon. The teleport comes in, and Avogor is going to push it in. And actually, they end up forfeiting the match. That will be the game. Spawn Point will pick up the victory.
Yes, and I mean that was a game going back and forth, and it was just Spawn Point staying calm, cool, collected, and bringing it back into into the game for them to secure game 1 in the best of 3 series. Spawn Point goes up 1-0 against Lean Smokers. We'll be right back with the next game. All right, y'all, welcome back. We're here for the next game right now. So this is going to be game 2 against Spawn Point and Lean Smokers. So Spawn Point is on the blue side and Lean Smokers is on the red side for this one as well. So we will see how this goes around, but we got some the bands coming in for the Viego. and also for Shen. So both sides not liking it.
Yeah, the respect fans. I think Viego just got annoyed that Shen ended up ulting and just giving such a massive shield. So Abigor uh, ended up just getting massive shield out of nowhere and would just end up being able to shred down the Viego while Jinx was able to also shred, so she gets the respect ban. But other than that, same bans do come out. We do see the Tristana pick, however, come in. So we are going to have the Victor, Cass, and Tristana on the Rift.
Yes, and I mean Tristana. I'm surprised that it hasn't been picked a lot more because you've seen it just being banned everywhere. So Tristana is one of those champs that can just take over the game. Like you give her the third item, you got to watch out. If you don't have a lot of CC on your side, it's going to be pretty difficult
Oh,
to pretty much nail down Tristana.
yeah, but we do have one thing that is quite the treat. The Kagwa Lulu. That is something that I don't see very often. I wish I did, but Kog'Maw Lulu coming out on the Rift is going to be a treat, while Rel is going to be the support pick, it looks like. So we're going to have a tank horse on the Rift with a ADC that wants to shred the living daylight out of this tank.
No, right now, they're literally like two separate, like they're two flips of the coin. You got Kog'Maw Lulu who wants to just keep the distance away and just poke you down and kind of like keep you off. But Tristana and Ro, I'm in your face. I'm Goomba stomping you in the head from both of them. They both have Goomba stomps on all of them. So like I don't even know how that's really gonna go down the bot lane. If the side of lean smokers can really win in the bot lane this time around, it's gonna be very difficult spot for spawn point. But with Kog'Maw and Lulu pop up, I would not want to be Tristan. I would not want to be Tristana or Rel at all because all you're gonna be doing is like walking around and here comes this giant ability down. Or if he goes machine gun, like you're just gonna get like Rel will dive in, they'll disengage with Lulu, and you'll just get walked down the whole entire time.
Yeah, and something surprising, Lee Smoker ends up banning away the Braum here. So I guess they were thinking like the Lulu top potentially. So I guess they're trying to make sure that this Lulu is going to the bot side. While on the other side, they do respect ban Hecarim and Gragas from Lean Smoke. And we are going to be seeing the Ornn pick as the top laner this time round. While the other side, I do want to see if it's going to be a interesting pick or not. I guess why not smite it out with another Cho'Gath, right?
I'm a big fan of Cho'Gath. Just he was one of the day one homies that I used to run with. You know, back in my boomer days on season 4 type stuff. So though I don't know, I enjoy Cho'Gath. He's super annoying to play against though if you just let him kind of just sit there and farm. But if you're very disruptive in the game, I mean he's practically just like Nasus in my head. They're both, if you don't disrupt their laning phase or anything else that way and nothing bad happens to them, they're just going to get huge. And actually, the Nunu coming in, so that'll actually be very well for the side of spawn point to kind of counteract this Ornn, Rel, and Tristana.
Yeah, not only that, but the Nunu and Willump pick does even make it harder if they are trying to say walk into an area and there's a bush around. If everyone in that team is just in that one bush, Nunu puts that ulti up, Cho'Gath gets ready with his Q, it's almost over immediately. And speaking of almost over immediately, if there's a Kane out, you know he's gonna be seeking out that Kog'Maw and Victor. So now even more dangers out for this ADC.
I even just see him going for the Lulu. Like let's say like I even see him just jumping on the Lulu or just visiting bot lane so much. Like I just see him sitting on it. Because I mean you're a Kane, you want these kills, you want to just get big really fast. And he can just get out of hand with his mobility, being able to go all over the map. Because Nunu's kind of like straight ahead, and once you're straight ahead, there's really nowhere else to go. Like, but I've seen some crazy snowball like turns, like 360 stuff. So I don't know. I'm waiting to see some spicy stuff in this game too.
Yeah, I mean, this game could get very spicy very, very quickly. and I am looking very, very forward to just exactly what happens with this game. But anything can really happen here, and so let's say if something bad does happen, it'll probably be with either the Kane or it'll be with the Kog'Maw. Or Kog'Maw Lulu. So something bad could happen for either side, and no matter what, we're going to be having one heck of a game in our eyes.
And that's what we like to see, because I mean, why do we want to watch just like either a stomp or like just kind of something that ends quick, not so exciting? Like, you as a viewer, like, you want to see some great things, other than, if you're not rooting for any team, you want a good game. If you're not rooting for one or the other, you want a good game. But obviously, if you're rooting for one team, you're like, oh no, I want them to win all the way through. But it's exciting. It's also great to build like an anime arc out of this. You lose game one, you come back game two, you take it back, even fighting in that game, and then it leads to the great third match of the series to take the third place space in this tournament. I mean, I see it happening. I just want good games. I want a game three today. I just had the 2-0 earlier, and I'm trying to see a best of three in 3 games.
Yeah, I mean, we want to see this. I want to see a game three. I really do. So I'm with you on that. But at the same time, like, it all comes down to what exactly can these two teams do? Can they pull out something that we've never seen before? I mean, as someone in the chat said as well, like, GSM versus Glacial Omen. Get that out of here. That's sleeper. That's Resident Sleeper. This game is where it's at. This is where you want to be. Komodo, hype it up. This
Hey,
is the game to watch.
hey, Paladin. I'm glad you've been rocking with this. And those Shen ults last game were life saving and how it went, because they just couldn't tear through it. You're chomping down as much as you can as a Virgo to get there, and they can't. So thanks for rocking with this down here in GR2, because I think this is where the excitement really is, in my opinion. I think this is where the heat happens. And when looking at these two teams, though, getting back onto it without hyping this up too much, getting back onto it. I really think that for the side of lean smokers, they have to win through their bot lane, because the Kane's gonna do what Kane does. But if you can win through a Rel Tristana bot lane, it's a super difficult like hump to get over. And especially because, I mean, Kog'Maw can't run very well. I mean, we have Lulu to speed him up, but Kog'Maw's only got 2 legs, right? I'm correct. He's only got 2 legs. So he's two
Yeah.
legs, but he's like horizontal, So he's just walking around as like a little Cogma. Oh man, I
No, no, no.
bet.
The first match here absolutely destroyed GR1. Okay, okay. Look, we're the hype, Glitter. Come on, hype us up, man.
No, I wish I could have
But
saw it. I just love watching good games. So when you see those bangers, like, you don't know what's happening, you don't know how it's gonna be, and I would say that for this one, I just got a feeling, dude. I'm gonna caster curse it. It's going to game 3. It's just happening. I'm gonna say it right now. So that it can either go through with the curse and them losing, it's 2-0, or it continues through with the prophecy.
yeah, you know what? I'm going to be with you on this one. I think we're going to be seeing a game 3, but even if we don't, we're gonna have, like, the first game was an absolute banger. And if what Glitter is saying is true, then the first game of the other team as well, from Glacial Omen and from uh GSM, like, that just means that everything is just incredible. So
Oh yeah, that's all I needed to hear, because they're about to enter into this madness of a game. How many quadras and pentas they got over there? Because on GR2, this is the hot spot. We just had another unofficial quadra. I will say that was the first unofficial one we've had. The rest have all been official, but we've had a lot of very exciting turns in games, to where with this quadra kill coming out, it turned the whole game into push it to how as late as it took. But from the side of Spawn Point, I mean, they had very strong mentals. They were able to, even after these big events and this quadra and all these other things that came out with them even having their base busted at like 18 minutes in. or even before. It was way sooner than that. But they had their base opened up that way, and they were able to still group together, play coordinated game, and then take it the first game. So, from looking from both these two sides, though, how do you believe their team fight comps will go about?
Well, the thing is, like, it makes it very difficult after seeing that first game where they didn't have an 80 carry. So, the Lean Smokers obviously no 80 carry. They had to focus everything onto their Viego, and they did very well on that. But everything went downhill when Abagor was just able to get onto him, was able to take him down. So once they coordinated everything onto the Viego, everything else was just easy pickings. But you can see the coordination, just how good both sides were, even with their team comps. So just saying, like, well, how do you think both sides are gonna go? It's tough. You have the ornaments on one side that will obviously be a huge power buff, especially for the Kane, who will more than likely go with a Eclipse, or I imagine maybe even a Prowler's Claw. So it could potentially be very dangerous for the Kane and everyone once they hit, those ornament spikes as well. But on the other side, you have to be careful because there is the double smite with the Cho'Gath Munch, and with the Nunu obviously having the normal smite. But you also have two people that can just obliterate your team with a Kog'Maw and a Victor. So you have to play careful no matter what. So I can't really say, both team comps have to do this correctly. They're going to do it, everything that they need to do. They're going to adapt. They're going to make these just on the fly adjustments. And it's going to come down to just which team is able to make the right pick at the right time. And I think that is how the game's going to be decided.
Well, I would also say, I mean, I totally forgot. I was like, they have so many bites on that side. I mean, look at Cho'Gath right there. I mean, there's Cho'Gath with his ult. We got Nunu on the double with the smite and his bite. So, like, I mean, they should not lose any dragons on this one or any objectives that they actively go after, just due to how much execution power on those minions that they have, or on the OBJs and everything. But again, back to my favorite part, the skins. I just love it. And that Space Groove Nunu, heat. I don't care what anyone says. Like, that one is just straight heat. It's a great time to watch.
Yeah, but you can't be sleeping on the BMAW. Come on, look at him.
You're
That's like
right.
the most, that's the most adorable skin that I've seen in the game. Like, hands down, I give the adorableness factor over to BMO.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely got the splash art factor on his side. Like, that splash art, cute as heck, just vibing around, doing his thing, waving at us. So, I enjoy him as well. I just know that this game is going to be a good one. And it seems that we've loaded into the game, but are you also seeing the Sasami, or is the game running up for you?
Game is starting up just now.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I wanted to double check. I was like, hold up. We've been sitting at 0 for a while now. But from the side of... can you introduce me to the side of Spawn Point right now and where they're going to be going?
Yes, Spawn Point with Rosebuds as the Cho'Gath. We have SP Pillars playing the Nunu. Abagor is going to be playing the Victor in the mid. And we have Ziv and Fiercing as the Kog'Maw and Lulu bot lane.
Oh, and it looks like it's going to be an invade from them, because I mean, you have Rel, so why wouldn't you want to just jump in on everything? But so they're going to have to be careful from the side of Spawn Point. Don't know if he was spotted out there. Yes, he was.
I believe they were. Yes, they will. So they're going to know exactly where they are, and that immediately forces all of them to just back away. They do leave a small ward there, little crabby hands.
I totally forget about that. Oh, see, look at that dance.
Oh.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just so good. It has music. Like, music, dance. When he runs, he looks like he's running on all fours. So, I don't know. Yeah. It's a fun time. But Kirko, looking at Rosebuds, oh, they just walk by. He didn't even flinch. He didn't even flinch.
And DSL is just dancing away with the Nunu, so you can see both teams already having some fun. It seems like Kuriko was just like, hey, we're gonna do like a friendly hi. Oh, you're gonna hit me like that, huh? Okay, that's fair.
They didn't even kill the ward with the trinket. Wait, I was like, what? What's going on?
Yes, I mean both sides are just being spicy already. Rosebuds taking the worst of the trades there. Is going to use that currency potion, however, so he'll be just fine. But both these teams, you can see one starting in the top side jungle, the other starting in the bot side. So potentially could be Kane's, biggest dream. A poke happening down here for Fearzing. 80 carry also taking more damage than I'm pretty sure he expected from Ziv.
Yeah, I mean, level 1 you can only do so much, so I believe that yes, Timbits did start with the dive and charge on that one. So they hid in that bush on the first time, so they tried to wait for them to walk up and then try and just have a nice little spook attack. But it did not work out for them on that trade right there, and it's looking like they're really pushing into that bot lane with about 9 CS right now.
Yeah, I mean, when you have the bot lane of a Tristana who can just shred these minions with that bomb, and then you have a rail as well to also help out if need be. It's just like, well, farming's not going to be our greatest strength, so we're just going to have to wait until the later stages of the game, see exactly where we can try and hit our strong points.
Yeah, but it also is good synergy with Pillars, their jungle right now, because with them getting pushed in so much, they could easily just have a snowball curve from the river or from anywhere else, and then just pull up on them and slow them down with Nunu's ult later on when he hits 6 and everything else. Because once that happens, then Ziv and Fearzing can just slow them even more and just keep chasing them down.
Yeah, Kurgo actually getting a really nice trade against Rosebuds, thanks to the wall being right there in his face. So Rosebuds did take quite a bit of damage. The potions are out for both sides, so there looks like could be the respect backs from both sides. And Fearzing does have to be careful. Kane's in the area and could potentially also try and force a flash out if she's stuck around.
Oh, and then here comes Kane actually down. Oh, here comes the snowballer, the giant space disco.
Oh, yep, space disco away. DSL is going to get rooted, is going to be taken out. The flash will be for naught, as Avagor will use his flash as well to secure the kill. Great first blood there.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, SP Pillars didn't know that Kane was there, so he's going to be able to run away. He'll be just fine. No flash being used. And since he was so far up, he couldn't get any assistance from his bot lane, even after he pinged it.
Yeah, and right now, oh, Kirko just banging his hammer, doing what he does, not backing and baking the items in his shop. I mean, it's not broken at all, Great mechanic, right? Great job. But I can't wait to see Rosebuds grow up into this big monster, because he looks like a little kid, honestly, from the size of Kirko right now. Like I wanted to, especially with the skin. He's just bones, he's just bones. So, but actually, there's might be some spicy stuff in this bot lane leading up with Kane actually invading to take these Krugs away from the side of Pillars.
Yeah, and not only that, but Cassiopeia even getting a deep ward in there, so they will be able to spot him, but they do know exactly where Smokeling is. Smokeling is going to just be able to use his Q to get over, but he does take out the big Krugs and leaves just small little baby Krugs all for the Nunu.
And they know that Pillars is near, so they're just going to be chilling right now from 80 carrying Timbits. And they have, as you said, the deep wards inside their jungle right now, so they're going to be able to at least know where a lot of things are happening and where SP Pillars is going.
Yeah, Kurgo, forced to make a steady retreat, will be using his back and may be even forced to use his teleport to catch some more minions, since Rosebud was actually just able to walk up just fine.
Yeah, and right now with the trades, I mean, DSL and Avagor have been going at it.
There is a gank actually coming here in the bot lane. They're going to be able to just wait. Here comes the teleport coming in. There's 4 members down here now. Fearzing is the target. Fearzing will be taken out first, but here comes the Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath trying his best to help out. SP Pillars is trying to make a retreat, and he's going to get away, but only for so long. He will be taken out. That will be 2 members falling, and a beautiful gank and a beautiful way to send a message with your team.
Yeah, I mean, even with just those kills going around, I was a little confused that, oh wait, we got Rosebuds and Avagor and maybe trying to try something.
Yeah, I mean, Rosebuds does have the feast mechanic, and that's what he's looking at do. He wants to feast it, and he's not going to be able to, and he uses his flash, but he will not be able to get the kill, and a flash even forced from Ziv. So now the flash is out, the TP is out. from Rosebuds, and now this is just going even worse for them.
Yeah, I mean, nothing too crazy right now, but I mean, Rosebud's tried it. That's all you can really do right there is at least go for it. Because if they were going to give it, probably shouldn't spend a lot of time on the gray screen. But I mean, with everybody kind of being down in the bot lane, Rosebuds really didn't have anything much to lose other than because it's going to take them a while to get up top to get this, get these waves. So. I mean, he tried it first team, see if he could do it. Was not successful on that side. But now with the gold, I'm actually a 1K, or not I'm, Lane Smokers is 1K up right now. And it's still early on, super low, a lot more quieter of a game than what we're used to. But still has the excitement just as enough with that giant Fiesta down bot.
Yeah, and Kurgo, Amelia's forcing Rosebuds to back away. He's going to use, no, he doesn't use a corrupting potion actually. He's so low on mana. Finally use it to corrupting, and you can see just how low Rosebud is trying to deal with this monstrosity that is the Ornn. And as you said, I mean, Ornn's just able to build whatever he wants in the shop, or in his own kind of shop, so he doesn't have to worry about backing most of the time.
Yeah, but I actually, now that I remember it, I wanted to say I was surprised he didn't give those kills to 80 carry on that Fiesta. Like Kurko just kind of smacked them down, and whenever the kill was there for 80 carry, because he flashed out. So I was confused on that one. And then the chase down, all the team was just trying to kill him. I was like, there's no way that they could get away. So I kind of thought they were just going to give at least 2 kills over to the side of 80 carry, because when Tristana starts getting these kills, even more than the CS difference right now, it starts getting really out of hand.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm surprised that they didn't give one, but at the same time, I understand, like, you know, early on, I guess if you're an Ornn, you know, 1 kill isn't that bad to take, but you're going to probably lose a CS war against a Cho'Gath who can just, you know, be munching and feasting. And, well, they do spot out the Nunu here, so no funny shenanigans will be happening with the mid lane or the top lane.
And they're just going to be taking these plates right now. Ziv and Fearsing are just chilling, doing their thing, throwing stuff in the back. More chilling going on, other stuff. Like, it's just going to be being pushed into the whole time because they have such an oppressive lane right now, especially with when Rel hits 6, they're in some pretty big trouble, I would believe so, even with the Hugify from Fearsing.
Yeah, I mean, they will be in some serious trouble. Smokelane actually going to be taken out by Abagor. That was not what you wanted if you're him. DSL is going to be able to flash away, even uses his root there to, or his ground there to make sure that he's no longer pursued by the Nunu, but that will be a free Herald going over to the side of spawn point, so Shelly will be in their pockets.
Yeah, and Abagor's got double bust right now, so DSL is going to be having more of a hard time in that lane. But the best part is DSL doesn't have to build boots, so that's one more thing that you don't have to worry about when running a Cassiopeia. And if Cassiopeia can kind of get online, the same for Victor. All of them are, whoops. If you can get online, I mean, both of them just have a lot of AP that they can throw into the other team.
Yeah, as you said, like, both have a lot of damage that they can put out. The only difference is that DSL doesn't have to worry about boots. She gains movement speed naturally. But there is one thing that they want to do. They want to go straight for a fight. But Timmons is actually going to flash it, and it's going to be taking quite a bit of damage. He's at half health. And there's the ping wondering, what in the world was that flash all about?
Yeah, I mean, I think he just saw it too late. Timbits couldn't react as much to it. Oh, stops it. Says not going to be able to go just yet. But I think he just had a little bit of late reaction on that one. Because Kane right here, Smokelane's coming up for this.
Yeah, Smokelane, they're going straight onto Fearsing. Fearsing going to use the Shujify, able to get the polymorph. They're going to actually be able to almost take out one. They take out the Kane as a response, as a way to say, how dare you do that, good sir. That's the double kill, and just barely is 80 carry able to get away, but that is a beautiful response from Abagor, now sitting at 4-0-0 with a Luden.
Oh no, Rosebud's better be, oh no, I mean Kirko better be careful right now.
It runs into a pillar. No worry, SP. It's pretty hard to get between those pillars and walls, so we feel that pain.
Well, his name's SP Pillars for a reason, you know. Who knows the backstory?
I mean, you have to live with it, right? Oh, Abagor gonna be the focus here. They're gonna get the stun out, but other than that, Oh wait, he's actually gonna be taken out completely. No respect there. Doesn't use the flash. Thought he was just fine. So he will not be able to live. That's going to be the bounty going straight to the... I believe that was the Kane that picked up the kill, right? Or was that DSL?
Oh,
It might have been DSL.
I mean, I'm still shocked that Kuriko just used Commando Pro from Call of Duty and flew halfway across to smash into that wall. Like that was insane. Like I don't know. I was still taken back by how far he dashed just to do it. But with the knockup, I mean that was perfect. And then I was gonna say, I mean like with Abigor being 4-0, I mean he's huge right now with his Ludens. It makes laning against it as DSL a little bit harder because you have to watch out for every time the ability's up, you have to wait for the Ludens to proc. And you're gonna be taking damage here and there, so it's a little bit more. 80 carry almost gets the tower, should be able to push this wave, but we got pillars coming down bot.
Yeah, Pillars is coming down, and not only that, but Abigor is also making his way down as well. The interrupt will be there. 80 carry gonna have to try a fend against the Nunu. There's the slow. He's gonna flash, but still gets caught out. Slowed even more. Abigor will pick up the kill and says, "How dare you take any more plating, you monstrosity named Tristana." And, well, yeah. I guess top lane's just doing top lanes and just fighting it out. Rosewood actually could kill Kuriko here. He has quite a bit of feast. He even gonna use the flash there, try and pick up the kill. Continues to make him fear away. But Fear's thing now is going to be the target here. He does have the blue cane out and ready. So Smokeling fails the Q, but it will be just fine. Use the E. The DSL has to be very careful. Tries to out damage Abigor, but instead both will trade their lives. So they'll be just fine. The flash is failed from SP Pillars, and now they're trying to chase down Smokeling. Smokeling going to use his flash, and now the Kane is on the chase of a century. He's doing his best to have the best circus routine of his life of escaping. Smokeling still on the hunt, tries to get away, will be smited, can't use the Q, will be rooted, will be taken out. The Kane will finally be taken down and out by Nunu.
Yo, SP Pillars was like, I'm not letting you get away. Like, what? That was some, like, movie-type cinematic where they're chasing down the bad guy right there. Because he was just unstoppable going there. Hits the blast cone over. Lands just right there on top of him. And that's just unfortunate for the side of Smokeling. Because he almost made it out.
Yep. Rosewood's actually is going to be airborne. So he's unable to get the second proc of the Ornhorn. So that will be interrupted. He will just have to watch as the rest of his Forge God is gone.
He would have definitely had to back a lot sooner if that would have hit. Because he would have taken a lot more damage, especially with the Bomb Sender.
Yeah, but there is a gate going on in the top lane. Kuriko is trying to retreat away from these two, but here comes the Shadow Assassin, known as Kane. There's the ultimate coming out. They're going to do so much damage. Rosebud's almost able to take out one of them, but the feast was not up and ready, so that will be a double kill going to the Kane.
And that's what Kane wants. I mean, he goes in there, he's super squishy though right now due to just nerfs later over time. I mean, Kane is a very volatile jungler, but he's kind of fallen out of the main meta of sorts right now. So I mean, that's a great start for him.
DSL almost ends up dying there and is even forced to use the flash and the petrifying gaze. So the respect being given to the Chaos Storm that Abigor has, so Abigor will just instead go ahead and retreat away as he noticed Tristana went missing on the map.
Yeah, I mean, Abigor's huge right now. 6-2, has his Ludens, and then he also got his Sheen with his Sorcerer boots. So with the Sheen, his base stats are just gonna be doing a little bit more after everything, to where it just hurts just that much more. And actually, from the side of Spawn Point, they have 2 mystical items down compared to the side. Oh no, it's 2-2. Never mind. I take it back. But Lulu opting for the battle song, so they have a lot of chase down still and a lot of mobility because it's just popping Sivir ult. That's all it is, over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, the movement speed is going to be nice. Not only that, but with Lulu more than likely going to be near the Kog'Maw at all times, we'll also have him actually being very speedy thanks to the motivate effect of it as well. So he's going to be very quick, very fast, and soon we'll have his first item. Well, we do see Tristana does have the Kraken Slayer finally built.
Oh no.
Oh, wait a minute. DSL's in some trouble. DSL going to be forced to use the stopwatch, but instead will be taken out anyway. So many ultis used there. Abagor going to pull off a circus trick, able to escape. Fear Zig is the target. There goes the rest of the ulti from AD carry. Will take out Fear Zig, and he's going to be taken out, however. Now the rest of the team is finally here to rally. Smoke Lean trying his best to take out XIV, but will be taken out as a response as well. But now it's up to Rosebuds and up to SP Pillars to try and savage the rest of this fight. No feast up means they cannot continue to fight. Kuriko and Timbits will not continue this fight. The main damage dealers are down and out.
Yes, and right now this will probably be the tower unless Pillars can do something.
Yeah, SP Pillar is actually just going to be sticking around, making sure he can save that tower. So that tower will be just fine, and not only that, but the feast is going to be up just in time for this next dragon, which is going to be the Wind Soul, or Cloud Soul, Wind Soul.
And also, I mean, on the side of Smokeling, getting the Serpent Fang, that's a very strong pickup with the Lulu and the Victor having these shields. But I think in that last fight, I don't know, I think the side of Lean Smokers played it not very well at all. Because when Timbits went in, he used his ult, but it was on the Lulu. Like, he could have had the stun, held the ult to wait for everybody to get there, and then pop the ult. As it was just a Lulu at the end of the day, you know? Oh, here comes the big disco ball of death.
Yep, here comes the Nunu. He cannot be slowed, but will be interrupted. You can see both teams are ready. Call of the Forge God is not up, so the rest of the team can fight, but no Call of the Forge God is there. Cloud Soul will be, or Cloud Dragon will be stolen away. The ulti will pop just in time. Smokeling is very low, but the rest of the team is almost down and out. It's left to Rosebuds and to Abagor to savage the rest of this fight, but they'll be able to do that. They have plenty of damage. They have plenty of fight in them. The crowd with the random poke from out of nowhere. The silence will be enough for Kuriko to actually be interrupted there. Abagor looks to be hunting down the kill, but will be unable to, and they have more than enough damage to take out the rest of these two teammates if they did not back away.
Yeah, I mean, Abagor with the no-look pass right there. I mean, that was just crazy. I mean, he had vision there. So actually, I don't. No, he didn't have vision on that side of it. But I mean, he just thought. Oh no, he saw the cane bubble probably. But other than that, I mean, either way, no look pass, was able to pick it up. And yeah, Smokeling did opt in for the Prowler's Call to cut down the distance, and the Serpent's Fang, which I think are very smart for the side of Lean Smokers. And if you look at spawn point, I mean, Abagor is it's huge right now. 8-3. It's gonna be going. He has Ludens right now, and then he has Lichbane, and now it's looking like he's opting in for a Void Staff right now. So it's gonna be a lot of AP damage coming in for the side of spawn point.
Yeah, and you know, as you said, like, Abagor was able to see the shadow set being used thanks to that bubble that pops up. So he's just able to just be like, oh, okay, free kill, thanks. Shutdown gold, mine, thank you. Let me continue running down this big tanky boy here. And, you know, that was a really good fight for the side of Lean Smokers, but Abagor was left alive, and Rosebud was just able to take down the backline for so long. Even with the Kraken Slayer, Tristana goes down so low, so there was really not a whole bunch that she could do, especially since the ulti came in, and they're looking for more. DSL happens to be the target. The flash will come out. There goes the petrifying gaze. It hits 3 people. There's the ulti. DSL almost goes down. Fear think it's gonna be the one that goes down first, though. Timbits forced the flash, will be just fine. Rosebud continues to push up, but here comes the Kane. Kane's gonna be helping out his team. They'll pick up another kill. The Kuriko will be on a killing spree, and that was almost perfect, but petrifying gaze was just enough to stop the rest of this fight.
Man, now that's what Lean Smokers wanted. I mean, I thought it was Dunsey when spawn point was gonna come and hit that snowball, because no one took it.
Oh my goodness. Lean is in a very bad spot. He's gonna go down, actually. Not only that, but 80 carry takes so much damage as well. So when they had a chance to go for a potential Baron, Smoke Lean, I should say, my bad, he ends up going way too far, and ends up dying for even thinking that he could try and assassinate Abagor like that, but Abagor's just so fast, so powerful, almost ends up killing him just like that.
Yeah, I mean, he got bursted. So once he got bursted, he was like, I got to get out of here. And that might have been the closest click that he had or that he was aiming for. And oh, here comes a TP, and they're actually going to start Baron. Yeah, I mean, they have the bites, they have the smite, they have everything to take this.
Abagor. Oh my goodness, Abagor just deleted DSL's life. So DSL forced to use the corrupting potion, use it so much. He's gonna go down anyway, even with the corrupting potion, so they'll be able to pick up one kill there. Call of the Forge God is not up and ready yet. They tried to steal it away, but instead the feast will come out. They'll be able to secure the Baron, and they're even able to take out Igley.
Yeah, and that's 2 drags to the side of spawn point. They have the Baron buff. The gold is actually really close together. That's why this game's just been kind of going back and forth with someone catching the other person out, because no one has been able to take.
Smokeling is almost down. He will be out. He gets assassinated from Victor. You thought you would assassinate the machine himself, but instead it's opposite way around, and now the rest of the team pushes up.
That was just I mean, Abagor, like, he's huge right now. That's just how it goes. Like, he's gonna be doing the damage. Like, it's tough when you're like that, and then his ult is not on a long cooldown, so it's gonna be coming up pretty much like on every fight that they have. And Rosebud's growing up just a little bit in his preteens right now. You know, gotta grow just a bit more to become a big adult right now. But he's still looking menacing. And Nunu actually opted in to go tank Nunu. So that's another front line for Rosebuds. Or another front line for Ziv and Abagor.
And you can see everyone not even thinking about trying to contest this dragon, as, I mean, if they even tried, it would probably be just a repeat. The Ornn, however, has not died quite yet. SP Pillars is going for it. He spotted his target, and he wanted to take out the tank, or the tanky support, but instead it's going to be DSL. DSL happens to be the target here. Petrifying Gaze will be slashed by Abagor. Here comes the Call of the Forge God. It will be coming in onto him, but Ziv will pick up the kill onto DSL. Petrifying Gaze only hit 1, which was SP, thanks to Abagor's sidestep, but that is 2 ultis down, and now they're going to be forced to retreat while Baron and Power minions make their way down.
And Smokeling, sneaky.
Oh, yeah, Smokeling looks like he could potentially take out Abagor, but instead will not be able to. There goes the Shootify onto the Cho'Gath, so maybe not the exact target, as Smokeling is still trying to assassinate. Not a whole lot of damage coming out from Smokeling, however, even with the Prowler's Claw and Serpent's Fang.
Yeah, I mean, they're playing on their back end. That's why they had to run away. They knew Abagor was the damage, so they're like, we got to get back. But they also have Baron, so they're like, it's not going to take that long to recover off this. So that was good from the side of Lean Smokers, able to jump onto Abagor and scare them off for a bit. His ult is still down, and for the side of Spawn Point, they have 3 drags, 1 more until they get Soul. And Cloud Soul for them will be very helpful, because then Rosebud's will be able to move around a little bit more. Abagor is going to be able to move faster, and then with Fearzing giving the speed boost every other time, it's going to be just helping the whole team move around the map a lot faster. And it's still only about a 1k gold lead. Like, this game is super tight. If you look at the CS, there's not much difference going on.
The only difference is that Smokeling happens to be the target here. He's going to be polymorphed. He will be taken out once again by Abagor. Abagor is on a rampage now.
And you're going to have to watch out for it, because you're going to have to watch out for for Fearzing's Lulu, because right there, I mean, he got turned into a little squirrel in his jungle, and that just kind of puts you out. And you're just kind of, you can't really do much for a long while.
And you can see big Cho'Gath just slowly taking out the tower. He's doing his best to try and eliminate these towers, and he does not have TP up, but it doesn't seem like they'll really need him, as Abagor is just does so much damage to where he can just continue to split push it, and if they wanted to fight, they would have a very difficult time trying to take out such a beast like Abagor, and Ziv, who has the Runes ready too.
Yes, and all the items that have been coming out of everybody, AD Carry is at 2 right now, pushing for the 3rd. The same thing for Ziv at 2, pushing for the 3rd. So I'm excited to see what kind of comes out of them, because once you get the 3rd item, like, Tristana becomes a little bit more online. The thing is, though, AD Carry needs to get the levels up. at this point because it's a level difference.
DSL once again a target here, going to flash away. Petrifying Gaze comes out once more, but they want to take him out. Tristana will be hit with a knockup while she leaves, but Paul the Fort Guide will be out. Abagor does take a little bit of damage, but not a whole bunch, as it looks like, now that I'm just realizing it, Mana Moon could be being built by the Kane here.
Yeah, yes, it could, because he got the Warhammer, so everyone's kind of just backing up. Like, everyone's playing it so careful. Both sides are playing it really careful for their game plan right now. Now the gold lead has extended to 3K for the side of Spawn Point right now. We're 27 minutes in. I mean, I think we're in for an even longer game now, just because it's just been slowly, like, teeting back and forth. Like, it hasn't been swung on one side, like, super enough for me to say, like, oh yeah, this game's it, you know?
Yeah, and one thing I want to point out is that Ornn is level 13, so he's very close, I believe, to getting the ornaments out. Yeah, he's very close to it. Says he just hit level 13. That means his own will be done. He has the Fortifier Crest, so every level from here, he can choose which item to level up and make it much more powerful.
Yes, and I mean, 210 CS right now for the side of 80 carry. I don't know if 80 carry gets jumped on too quick or shut down, but I feel like there should be a little bit more damage coming out from that side. And it looks like that 80 carry is actually going to be building Lord's Dominic right now.
Yeah, they do not like a Nunu and a Cho'Gath going right in front of their faces, but the only thing is that whenever they auto these two, they're taking damage themselves, as they have the Thornmail ready, and they even have a Death Bush ready. But what they don't know is that they're just saying, look, you guys can take Baron if you want. What we want is to Dragon Soul.
Yeah, I mean, they want to go fast. They want to go around, and they're there waiting to see if they were going to come, but now they got that. Now they might be on their way. Yep, here comes the Snowball from Pillars, or the Giant Disco Ball of Death.
But could be a little too late. But two members are backing in the middle of it. Don't know why they would choose to back there. Timbit is the only member left there, actually bringing over another one. DSL is left for 3. He's going to be knocked up. That was a death that did not need to be needed. Timbits just led DSL to his death there, and Smokeling not even able to get the back of his own. So he's going to be airborne. He's going to be knocked up. He's going to be taken out. That is 3 members that had Baron all taken out, and Timbit was the member who led him to 1.
It's SP Pillars literally just starred in Wanted the movie, but with his disco ball. Like, he just threaded the needle, curved it around for him to be able to pick it up. Because now that's 3 down. When they got the Baron and they could have got out, I mean, it was tough because he pulled up with the snowball right there in the pit. They're really pushing hard right now. They at least have 2 people still with the Baron buff to help. This cannon minion's putting in work for them, being the last man standing out of the minions.
Yeah, and you can see Ziv is getting ready to have his goons ready. There goes the Battle Song. They are retreating very quickly because of it. And I just want to say, like, that was disastrous. That was, like, you executed everything you wanted perfectly. You got the Baron. You could have retreated perfectly safe and sound. But 2 members back in the middle of the Baron. I don't understand why you're back in the middle of a Baron when you have wards all around it, and you can see that they're making their way over.
Well, I think they tried to think that they could make it out quick with the Baron buff. They just didn't see how fast spawn SP Pillars was, because he got Cloud Soul, so he's like, oh, now I'm zooming. I'm zooming, because now with that buff to the whole team, they were able to, I think they just underestimated the power of Cloud Soul for all of them to get over there that quick, because it just ended up really bad for the side of Lean Smokers from what it was. But right now it's a 4K gold lead for the side of Spawn Point.
And oh my goodness, that is one fast Nunu. Ziv happens to be the target. He will not be able to connect. That will be the Magnet Storm connecting. So Kuriko will be on a rampage. He's 4-0-10. And Abagor is going to be petrified, unable to take out anyone. But Ziv is a monster now. That is 3 members down. And there goes Smokeling. There goes DSL, make it the quadra kill, almost a penta kill for the Kog'Maw, and this is the power of Kog'Maw with attack speed.
Hey, what did I say? This is the Quadra magic right here. That's what happens here on GR2. We get those. And yeah, Paladin, it was just unlucky. They're fast. And Lulu's probably boosting up everyone. And right now, I mean, Ziv is 10-2. Like, he's just silently been going off right now because the 3 items, this seems like it's going to be it for this
That will
series.
be the game. And that will be the series. A valiant effort coming in from Lean Smokers, but it will be for naught as Ziv, Abigor, Rosebuds, Fear Zing, and SP Pillars take the match.
Yep, guys, that's the end for this series right now. But we will also have another game at 6 p.m. for the Plat-capped 3rd place match. So right now, after this dub, Spawn Point does take the 3rd place, and Lean Smokers does get 4th place in this tournament. GG's to all, and thank you guys for coming out and watching this great series between these 2 teams, duking it out back and forth. But this is That Woo Brandon, and I'm casting alongside my boy Asami right here.
What is up?
And we will be seeing you back at 6 p.m. for the next game.
See y'all later.